Just look George Pool right now. And there's our thumbs up. Guys, we apologize for that bit of a technical issue. Didn't keep us down too long. We're right back in the thick of things. So hope you guys are ready for some good action for charity, too. Can't stress that enough. Shout out to all these companies participating. Checking out George Pool area again.
Yeah, so we're kind of just cruising over North George. You saw that there was a few teams there. It looked like, I don't know if we had a solo drop from HyperX Team C, but we had a player from Team 12, which is HyperX Team C, and we had an Astros team in North George and one other team. Looks like we got Team 18 Thunder Gaming Studios, Win Apartments, and Back 6.
It's a pretty generous circle, honestly, over there. If you really think about just the fact, anywhere you choose to drop pretty much, you'll be in pretty good position to kind of get over there, even if you're on military, which looks unoccupied. It always surprises me. Like,
me too.
It's such a hot commodity, so much good, efficient loot you can get there. But, you know, sometimes, I don't know, in these competitions, people just always like to think twice before going to those hot drops, you know?
Yeah. They're always avoiding those hot spots, and it's funny, like you said, it's usually those spots that are, you know, really popular, and I'd say, you know, just casual pug games are the spots that are avoided in competitive play just because people automatically assume that, you know, that there's going to be a bunch of people there.
Right. I mean, as we see a bunch of people already here in George Pool, just kind of, at some point, man, these guys are going to converse and get a fight going.
Marmot cruising around, looting up North George, running across the street to these apartments. How do you feel about these apartments, man? I'm not a fan of the apartments.
The problem with apartments to me is it's not so much the lackluster loot, which can be an issue sometimes. It's the fact that it takes up so much time to really just go through all of it, right, and just comb every inch. And by the time you're going through like one or two and you don't have too much to show for it, you're just like, you know, what was the point? You know, essentially. Yeah. So I kind of like to stick to like the buildings on the other side, right? That's what you would see be looting primarily. Just personal preference. I understand an area like this though is gonna, you know, lend itself to getting some excellent loot either way. But
right. Well, I'm gonna have to say that I feel like most PUBG players probably agree with you because I know that I'm not too big of a fan of apartments. I tend to avoid them because, like you said, most of the time I hit apartments, or when I do hit apartments, I run through it, and I don't usually ever have much to show for it. It's like I'd rather hit a two-story real quick and come out with something better than that, you know?
Absolutely agreed.
So, Quitski, Team MetaThreads.
MetaThreads, man. Those are my homies. Like, no bias, but I want to see him do a little bit of work. Looks like he has a idea. Somebody within the vicinity. A couple guys actually kind of lurking around here.
Oh, I'm surprised he hasn't taken any shots at Creamy. Creamy out in the open.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, if you had landed a headshot right there, Creamy had no helmet on. You know what? This is MetaThreads and EMX dropping Pochinki, and that's all they've done week after week. Quitski.
Oh, no. Definitely left himself a little exposed in that window area. He's going to need a quick res here. He's in a lot of trouble.
Quitski taking some shots at Creamy, totally gave away his position. And Tuna right next door upstairs able to catch him through a window. Tuna throwing nades his way, unable to find him.
It's kind of the dangerous part of just kind of taking those kind of shots and not really having like anyone there to just back you up immediately.
Yeah, and I'm surprised we're not going to see EMX collapse on them. You know, EMX has been a really aggressive team in the past. They obviously down Quitski, and now they know it's their boys, and they play with them night after night, so they've got to be confident that they could, you know, battle it out with these guys. And we're still not really seeing them push, though. They're kind of just hanging out, playing it safe, trying to peek, see if they can maybe spot out someone else. But Quitski doesn't look like his team's going to even, you know, come up and save him. He's across the street, so they've got to cross the street, and doesn't look like they're going to make that play. They're going to like.
It's risk worth reward in this kind of situation, right? Do you you know, take the chance, make that play, try and cross the street, and worry about you know, losing another person to a down, or do you just kind of, you know, let your careless brethren kind of just bleed out and take the L and just kind of live to fight another day? So
yeah, exactly.
It's always about, you know, that risk reward option.
It just, yeah, I guess it really just depends, you know. Just are you a true homie or?
Nah, he's dead. So
here you go.
Get some new friends though.
Here you go.
Yeah.
The rat from Maturino getting caught out by Tuna.
Wow.
The rat from Maturino, unfortunately for him, pushes over in between two squads.
Wow.
Cassidy.
We are just seeing them just go down. This is such a dangerous area right now. Plenty of action.
Cassidy goes down. Cassidy dies to Young Tuna. Man, he's been playing too much Fortnite. That's what it is.
You got to come in with that right mindset, that right play style, baby. You ain't going to get it on Fortnite, man. Team
Yeah.
PUBG all day.
Sorry, Cass, that you couldn't build out of that situation.
That's actually OD.
Do you know Cassidy?
Yeah, he's here, right?
No. He's Cloud9's videographer.
Oh, yeah. I met him a couple times when he was doing documentaries for like Mango and stuff at Smash
Exactly.
tournaments. Yeah, Cassidy's a homie.
He's boys with Mango, so I figured you knew Cass pretty good.
Definitely.
Young Tuna kind of just peeking around. Looks like he's already got a couple frags.
Yeah, Tuna, he's out of EMX, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a very
And-
dangerous squad for sure.
We've got Juice from Monster Cat. This is the team I want to see something out of tonight.
Yeah.
I haven't seen, Monster Cat, I think, was sitting in like 14th-ish is where they were at.
Okay.
And I really want to see Monster Cat bring something to the table tonight. Looks like they've only got 3. I don't know if they lost a team member already or if they are just maybe they had some connection issues or maybe they're playing a man shy tonight.
All right, over to Moo here. Looks like he might have somebody in his sights. Got a 4X. Too shabby.
It's Moose, actually. So I've been...
Oh, Moose. Okay.
Yeah, I've been calling
that's
him Moo.
lead speak. My
Yep.
bad.
I've been calling him Moo the last 5 weeks, and I was playing with one of their friends the other night, and they were giving me crap. They were like, "Stev, you've been calling Moo this whole time, and we think it's hilarious. But I'm gonna change it tonight. I'm gonna start calling him Moose. Gotta respect him, you know."
I do. I always respect a good gamer tag. It's just the fact that I just had no clue
That was me too. That was the exact situation. Oh,
what we were looking at.
Esports Performance Labs can't get through the K-rail.
Yeah, they got a full little US here, just cruising right along. But they're pretty armed up pretty good. I don't think they had any kind of opposition when they were down there looting. So
Yeah, I don't think so. It looks like they're gonna go ahead and cruise across the bridge real quick.
I don't think we're gonna have to worry about any kind of bridge camping this early on. So should be just fine. Yeah. Oh, the zone. Okay, didn't even notice, but yeah, the zone has started to move. So that's why you see them right there in that vehicle, not trying to waste any time. Should be able to push ahead of it and not have to avoid any kind of, avoid any kind of unnecessary damage on that end. And coming up to a couple teams, not too far off in the distance. I don't know if anybody's gonna look to take a fight here. It might just everybody just might want to move and try and beat the circle. There's a guy all by his lonesome, and they're taking some shots. Jay Rand actually getting lit up a little bit. You see him just tuck himself right back in that passenger seat immediately.
Looks like they took amongst the whole squad, they all took some good damage. They're all about a quarter health, just cruising.
Yeah, the US smoking a little bit too, so.
Yeah, that US, look at how low the health is. Man, this could be a dangerous situation right now. They might come across a squad. I mean, the next squad they come across is bound to at least knock one of them, if not blow up the entire squad. So,
yeah, if I'm them, I'm just, I mean, obviously you're trying to outrun the circle, but just kind of get, I see it coming up right there. Just kind of maybe try and take one of those compounds. Hope for your sake it is unoccupied and just abandon US and just heal up.
yeah.
So, some
Oh
rough
my gosh.
driving coming in there.
Could you
And
imagine?
J-Ran doesn't even have a helmet. I don't know if he got knocked off or what have you, but a little bit of a struggle there. Some bandages, trying to clean up some wounds.
Esports Performance Lab is they're sitting top 5 right now. They're in 5th place. So, and they're only like 7 points behind 4th place. So, they're definitely I lied. They're about 100 points behind 4th and 3rd. But still, 100 points is the difference between a good game for them and a bad game for another squad.
I dig it. LFG Radio, they're making a move as well.
Oh. And you know, I don't know if Faven's driving or First Crow, but he's yelling at Meaty right now. Meaty hit him with the bike, and he's saying, "Dude, you spun me out."
Dude, those are just kind of hazards of the job when you think about it.
They are, but when you're in a competitive environment, you know that the stress is high, tensions are high. They're probably yelling at each other right there.
Oh, meanwhile, we got Gucci pants. Gucci about that, my guy. Just straight up bloody. Yeah, was that a buggy? Cause no, that's not a buggy. Look, I think that's a. I was gonna say if it was a buggy, might have got hit off the back of it.
Yeah.
I think that was a Dacia, and kind of everybody scattering into the wind up top.
Yeah, I'm surprised they stopped and got out of their vehicle. Must have been extremely lit for them to want to get out. And oh yeah, there it is. Oh, it was a US and it's blowing up, so they got out at the right time.
Exactly. Yep.
So they know what they're doing. Fletch, DJ Soup, Uncle Dumpster. So far, no kills for their squad, and we've still got 18 teams alive in this one.
Uncle Dumpster. That is a name. He's off the Astro squad, right? If I'm not mistaken, Team B.
Yep. Exactly. Astro Team B. Looks like he doesn't even have a backpack.
Dude, you're right. He's actually he's struggling a little bit. He's to find one of those ASAP.
He's got.
If you're limiting yourself.
Wow, he's got everything. He's got 2 first aids. He's got 2 energy drinks, or 2 painkillers. He's got 2 rifles. He's got a 4X on that M16, but he literally doesn't have a backpack. Does he not know? He's got to know.
I would imagine he's aware of it. I mean, it's one of those situations where sometimes, like, you just don't get it, right? Like, I've dropped a couple of times and combed through a couple buildings and just never found anything. I'm just like, dude, I just want a level 1. Like, at some point, I even think you should just default spawn with one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel it.
Because it's just one of those things that just impedes you so hard.
What do you think about default spawning with like a pistol?
Nah. I think the race to the lead is half the fun at the start, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Like you're gonna have to take your licks, but it's all about strategically dropping and just getting where you need to be for the most part. But backpack, yeah, man, hook a brother up. Yeah.
I agree, 100%. I've heard people say that, and I like to float the idea.
I dig it.
Sometimes. Looks like that kill feed was kind of popping off. Looks like you can see MX up there just filling up that feed. Unfortunately, didn't catch that action, but EMX looks like they had no problem wiping another squad.
Yeah, kind of their MO, if you will. You know, every time I'm tuning in, they're just doing some damage. I mean, there's a reason these guys sit so firmly in first place.
Yep.
A little over or just under 300 points above the second place team. So.
Almost, yeah. They're right above them by almost exactly that amount. And that's, man, 300 points that's 3 first places. That's first place 3 times in a row.
Yeah, that's nutty.
Yeah. So, I mean, they'd have to perform bad, and Astro'd have to come out and get first. Spiffers taking shots. Spiffers downs Argo. Argo from Monster Cat. This is the squad I want to see perform tonight, but already getting a man knocked. Looks like he was able to get in the compound and shut the door, so he should be safe.
I think his boy's there to res him, give him a second chance at life here. But, yeah, I mean, you know, as you said, you want to see some big things out of these guys. Well, it's not the way to start it off. Got a car trained on you.
Conformist trying to peek at Spiffer. Saw him. Spiffer sees Argo. Oh!
Wow.
What a knock by Argo. Argo with the headshot on Spiffers.
And they were both trading, they were trading car shots there.
Yeah.
So I'm actually, the way that we had it centered, I definitely thought Argo had the advantage, but.
I thought so too.
Spiffer is looking like he's coming out on top of that exchange.
Oh, wait, opposite. You thought Spiffers had it, but.
Yeah, excuse me. Sorry.
Argo down Spiffers. And it looks like they're going to play it safe, and they know that down is going to allow them for their time to rotate out. They're in a spot where, man, that compound, if we can pull up the map, we can see where the circle is. Looks like they're going to have to rotate north. So it's going to be a tough spot to rotate out of there. So they took that down as their time to be able to, you know, kind of reposition themselves because they don't have a vehicle.
Definitely.
So.
Where they were, I don't particularly mind that, like early to mid game,
right?
As far as like line of sight and stuff like that goes. But yeah, once like that circle starts shrinking and you know people start getting closer and closer, it is kind of more difficult to deal with so much open space. So
right.
I think taking the time to kind of move in that situation was the right play. Swinging back over to Astro Team B. Might be on a collision course. A couple teams not too far ahead of them in the shelter area. Kind of an unappreciated area, I feel like, shelter. I found some good stuff down there.
Me too. I
Like-
feel like every time I go there, I find really good stuff. But like you said, it's unappreciated, man. I feel like a lot of people don't really go there.
Right.
I would say that it's common to see maybe people drop there because there's usually a vehicle spawn in the vicinity, and people will like drop, grab a car, and like maybe rotate to wherever they want to go.
Yeah, between shelter and like that blue the blue warehouse that's a little bit north of here.
Yep.
You can definitely usually get pretty lucky with finding like a UAZ or a Dacia just chilling somewhere.
100%. Fletch Dumpster, kind of using this shack as a bit of a shelter for a second, waiting for the circle to close in. Moxie, ooh, Moxie kind of just standing right there on top of one of the shelter entrances, and I mean, fortunately now no one's around him, but usually you don't want to catch someone standing still like that.
Yeah, so this is the nerdery.
The nerdery.
We're looking at right now, and they're looking pretty strong here. I mean, 17 teams left. They still got all 4 members intact, and they are right on the edge of this safe zone. Might get an eye on Astro Team B and take some shots.
Looks like
They have teams actually
oh
everywhere.
no. Here comes Esports Arena's team. They're going to come right up into the nerdery. Oh, and they're trying to rotate out. Their car's on fire. Oh, no.
Yeah,
Let's
that's what I was
go.
going to say. That's got to be Dev. DOA, no doubt about it. They just got absolutely hammered.
Oh, roasted. Free loot for the nerdery squad. Thanks for bringing us loot is what they're saying right now.
Yeah, they need to be quick about it, though. I mean, they got a couple teams still in that vicinity that likely heard that action and might, go in there to investigate, try and pick off
Look at this.
whoever survived it.
They're already taking shots. Insidia Tech. This is HTC Esports. They definitely heard the explosion, and they're taking shots.
Ooh, and that's a knock.
Tech goes down. All they've got is that rock to work with.
It's pretty fortunate for that rock. If I'm Final Mirage, I'm considering going around, maybe try and flank a little bit. This is definitely a good time to push, I would say.
And it looks like Final's going to do just that. He looks like he's a little bit worried, unsure if there's more squad members around, but he's definitely going to wrap just like you mentioned. He's going to try to wrap around and push. Faven.
Oh, he tried to make it to that rock to give himself an opportunity to heal up, but not going to get there.
And Final able to finish off HTC Esports, 2 of their members behind this rock. Looks like he did push wide and took them both down.
Yeah, good play by Final Mirage. No hesitation, just effectiveness. Pushing his team a little further here. The nerdery, they're in 12th place, so just a little bit outside that top 10, but good performance in a couple of games, man. You see that change up. Running past a couple of smokes.
Look at this, Knot. I wonder if Knot's looking left right now. He's got
Yeah, Uncle Dumpster.
Yep. he's got
Astro Team over there just kind of sitting pretty in that little
shack.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have to move, but they don't have to move right now. Hopefully they've got some utility or some smoke to throw out. Narrow spots out J-Ran. J-Ran standing still. Narrow trying to figure out if he wants to take the shot. Looks like he's not gonna.
Well, there's a couple bodies just laid out. Is it J-Ran knocked out there and Liverpool?
There's 4 squads right here on the edge of the circle.
Yeah, this is about to get nasty, dude.
Oh, and Esports Performance Lab gets wiped, and they're able to tank in the blue just barely long enough for that squad, for Esports Performance Lab squad to get wiped, and they're able to push in.
If you're looking at that mini map down there towards the right, man, you saw the whole thing just kind of lighten up like Christmas.
Yep.
Exchanging blows, ton of action. Potential res here. I think he's going to have enough time to get it off. Rock's going to give him a little bit. Some nice long shots from QQ, but that could be GG for him. He goes down off a knock.
Oh, and we just saw Astro's team go down. Astro, they're sitting in 2nd place, and we just lost them.
I tell you what, within the span of like 2 to 3 minutes, we slimmed it down from like 17 to 9 teams. So these guys are not shying away from any fights in our opening round.
Yeah, that everyone came in from almost that same edge. We go ahead. Let's throw the map up. Let's take a peek at where the circle is at. Oh, you can see it. It looks like Varus Software Squad has got that compound on that southeastern edge. Looks like Young Tuna from EMX and Blase are in as well. I don't know if they're. I don't think there's Shacks where they're at, but they're definitely grouped up. There's going to be a couple squads. HyperX is going to have to push right at Varus Software, who's got the compound. That's going to be a tough push, man.
Yeah, I can already see. I mean, just looking off to the map, you can already see the shots coming out. People just trying to hold them back at bay, and it's an unfortunate situation to find yourself in, like trying to rotate in with that circle right on your back.
You got Blase. So Blase's got a rock and a little ridge to work with. Oh, what a nice shot. I think John just downed one. I saw him get a kill in the kill feed. Maybe it was just an earlier knock finally dying. Blase, aware of the shots just above him.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much in the middle. Everybody's crosshair for the most part, but staying in his ground takes out Chopper.
There goes LFG Radio. They are done. Oh, he just spots out Fletch as well. This is gonna. Blase's in a tough spot. If Doltz wants to push over, they'll be able to just come up right behind him. And he'll just get pinched. He'll be in between two. Oh, never mind. It looks like Blase took out Fletch, so never mind. He can just totally watch his back now.
This is Amazon Game Studios. Their B team, still all 4 members, hanging in there strong.
Yep. And we're gonna see where this circle pops. We've got 5 teams left in it still.
And they're just narrowly inside it. This Amazon team, they're still just taking shots. And that's good. That's good coverage on their end. You see those guys just trying to rotate in, against circle, just kind of chasing them down and just taking full advantage of that and just clearing it out down to 4 teams.
Oh, it's the worst. Vincent taking shots at EMX, and neither team, Varus and EMX, didn't get the circle. Everyone's got to push around. The only squad that's got the circle right now is Astro Team A. They're on that northern part of the circle, and they've got it. So everyone's got to come towards them. This is going to be a tough rotate for everyone.
Yeah, a bit of circle luck on their end. Definitely going to pay off for them. And that's kind of what you got to, rely on. Again, RNG can be very prevalent, but it's all about how you play it. There's always a way out of things, right? I know a lot of, in this situation, I know some teams just kind of push last and just kind of hope to get in unseen, unscathed, but
yeah,
you got to imagine that circle. I mean, you can't hesitate too long because this is going to be one of those ones that definitely chunks a lot.
And look at this. In the professional PUBG scene, everyone knows this, or everyone calls this the Tempo Storm pit. Tempo Storm's pro team plays this spot a lot in this circle. Trav finishing off Final Mirage. And it looks like EMX took this little pit, a.k.a. the Tempo Storm pit, and they've got a vehicle. They've got a US. So, man, what a great spot for them to be in now.
It's kind of funny you referenced this as the Tempo pit because I remember watching last week's tournament, Star Ladder, and that was kind of that was definitely something we saw them do a couple times.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's what everyone's kind of come to know it as. So that's cool that everyone's kind of referring to it. That's funny. QQ spots out John. Oh!
QQ actually ended up getting rezzed earlier off kind of a similar situation. He found himself in. Don't know if they're going to have enough time to get him up this time.
So Varus Software making a push. And guess what? EMX is going to know of their location now.
Yeah, that's a grenade. That shit. Yeah,
Sultan trying to finish him off.
Times.
Oh, and Sultan finishes him off. So it looks like it's going to be Varus Software versus EMX right now. Young Tuna getting lit.
Yeah. Sultan just kind of proned and just started laying him out with these drop shots.
Oh, man. It's all up to Sultan. Chimp's kind of just hanging out. Chimp's just going for placement. He's all alone.
Yeah, I think.
It's Sultan. He's prone. He's hoping to catch one of them out. Looks like he catches Tuna taking shots. Blase's going to hear him. Blase's going to take shots at him. Blase finishing off Varus' team, and it's all up to Chimp. Chimp's all alone. He's not in the circle. EMX is going to be able to push this circle and get to these trees very easily. They're all just going to hop around and try to spot him out. Chimp gives himself away. Trav.
He's fighting. I mean, you got to give him credit. He was fighting right there. You got to imagine he's just fighting for kills at that point.
Yep.
You got to know staring down, what was that, 3 members of EMX isn't going to end too well for you, but a good effort nonetheless. Chimp actually finished with 4 kills, leading his team there to a nice second-place finish, but it is, of course, EMX with Young Tuna, 7 kills on them, and that's going to be 16 between all of them.
That's just going to separate them from the pack even more.
Yep.
Currently sitting in first place. Game 1 of 3 tonight for the overtime series, and EMX takes game 1 with 16 total kills. Astro, I believe I'm wrong. Amazon Game Studios, B, coming in second place. Chimp, just playing for placement right there, man. Yep. It was 3v1 situation. Trying to take some shots on Trav, unable to take him down.
I kind of feel like Sultan was kind of in that situation too. They see him sitting third place with 7 kills.
Yeah.
But when his boys got knocked, I mean, there was clearly no time to get a res off, let alone safely. So we saw him just kind of just out there just taking shots again, just trying to get those kills up.
Just trying to get some knocks.
You know, get a couple more points. But, I mean, still, a third-place finish, not too shabby on them. But, again, EMX as dominating as ever in this competition.
Yep. Varus sitting in third.